Hello, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your landscape design. All right, let me first talk about the courtyard. So took out your current concrete, added a walk path down the middle, walk path 6 feet wide. I have these little lights in there that acts as like runway lights. We get to the courtyard. The courtyard has basically two, or really three purposes. One is a sitting area. You see a sitting area on both sides. The wall itself is sitting wall height. On the right side, it has a fountain. So you look out your window, you see that really cool fountain. This is also sitting wall height. And of course, your FedEx or UPS guy can drop packages behind it to hide the packages. And it's a good space filler. It keeps the space open and clean. I didn't cram a bunch of plants in here. I wanted this to be very clean and simple, so it looks very grand. So why people walking up to your house and they see the grand walk path, the green shrubs in front of the white wall and the stone cap, it looks pretty legit. I could make this taller. Let me pull up a photo. Let me find that photo real fast. Okay, here's a photo. So you see in this photo, this is the brick house with a stucco wall, and this is a stucco wall with a cap. So this is a lot taller. This is taller than sitting wall height. I believe this one is 28 inches tall, or sitting wall height is going to be 18 inches tall. I did painted brick. We certainly could do stucco if you want a different color, or if you, I don't know if I'd go dark. I don't think I'd go black or slate. I think I would keep it white, and I really like the brick. And I would do a cap like this one right here that's really all weather. Just pay attention to this stone here, because you're going to see this in the design itself. Let me move that out of the way. All right. Let the computer catch up. Okay, so again, very grand, nice big pots on both sides, lots of flowers and colors, simple pots, and even a step up by your front door is nice and big. All right, now I'll cover lights in a second. On left side, the magnolias in the back, Yopon hollies here, the dwarf Yopon flavor, variegated liripe, because again, these look great at distance. Nandinas in front, endless summer hydrangeas in back. You'll get quite a bit of blooms throughout the summer. Really pops at a distance. This is a coral bark Japanese maple. We can go with a bloodgood Japanese maple if you prefer. The coral bark's gonna have the red bark in the winter, green leaf, and the bloodgood's gonna have that dark traditional maroon leaf with just standard bark. Around the wall, I want something evergreen and seasonal flowers to have that really big pop of color. This is going to be baby gem boxwoods, and the seasonal flowers. Seasonal flowers for a house of your scale and size and color, really common, especially down in Highland Park. They're everywhere now. Most Renaissance for Highland Park definitely have this color in it. Lots of seasonal flowers. We would change the sprinkler system so it supports the seasonal flowers that require more water during extreme heat. Right side, I did the same thing. This is an African iris in the back. Nandina's in the front. African iris, great plant. A different color of Nandina in the back. Again, we can go one green Japanese maple on one side and a maroon on the other side. They don't have to be matchy-matchy. Symmetry is not required in this space. So we can have this side on the left side. It could be the endless summer hydrangeas with Nandinas in front, and this side could stay the way it is. Or we can have matched depending on your preference. In front here, variegated liripe, so it matches the other side. This is Rose Creek abelias. It's a good, easy to maintain shrub that produces a pretty white flower, and just simple Burford hollies in back. Okay, tree. This is a Oklahoma redbud. You can do an Oklahoma redbud, Texas redbud, or an Eastern multi-trunk redbud. I really like the Oklahoma. Then I matched this. I would go with an oversized magnolia here, so the magnolia matches the other side. I kept this space quite simple, for the simple fact that there's a lot of plants and colors and textures. I didn't want to draw the as people pass by, I don't want to draw their eye to the wings. I want to draw their eyes towards the middle. So I kept this over here simple. I just want a big space filler here. I don't want to add a bunch of shrubs here you had to maintain. Then just some simple grasses here. Concrete walk path, and a couple lights. This is Black Star gravel, so you see this is Black Star, which is a smaller gravel. This is here, as you saw in the image I showed you, is the rock salt. I use the rock as your border just because it lightens the space up and it's a different look versus having a stone border. Again, I really didn't want to detract from the courtyard area. So if I am at the street, like I'm right now, I'm at the street, and you can see the bright border. You can see the varying colors in the plants, and you can see how it's layered. So that's the look I was going for. Let me come to the front, again, nice and layered. As you look at your office, you see a really cool fountain. Then on this side, again, layers. If you don't want a fountain, we can just put an agave here. Let me drop this agave in there. So it can be just a simple agave in a pot if you wanted to. We could do chairs on both sides if you wanted to. Just really kind of depends on your preference. Trust me, my wife started pointing out these windows aren't centered in the design. She already pointed it out to me, so don't sweat it. It's the design is off, not your house. So this is basically the layout. Let me go above, let you see it. Let me see what you think from this angle. Then on the lights, a couple options on the lights. So of course you got the walk path walking up to the house. We can do it in that gravel. I can do the lights. So the right side has the lights, the left side does not. We could do it on the house, as you can see, or we could just do it on the trees. So I wouldn't advocate having this many lights. We just got to pick and choose what makes sense where you want the lights. Do you want them in the stone or the river rock here, or do you want them on the house, or do you want them on the plants? It's kind of a preference. To me, I'm probably putting them on the house because it just that white brick, it's really gonna pop, and maybe on a couple of the trees. So maybe everything along the house you do along the house, and you do a couple of the outlying trees, and of course the runway in the middle. I didn't design anything around the trees at the street yet. I wanted to narrow down the design around the house first. Okay, let me go back to daytime. I can integrate lights into the wall so the lights shine down if you want to. This fountain is a big concrete fountain. We could put a concrete base under it it could support a fountain, or it can support a pot. And again, here's that gravel we talked about. So let me zoom out, let you see it in distance. I'm going to stop there, send this video to you, let you share it with your wife and your family, and get some feedback on what changes you think need to be made. If you're a first-time guest checking out one of our videos, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.